Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today's review is going to be all about this little LED light, 120 volt, and I'm going to hook it up to an electrical receptacle. And this is a continuation of a video I did a couple of weeks ago where I have a control panel and I'm going to put it up in my cabin, and I'm going to have a selector. I'll show you it here. I go from generator power to feed the receptacle to inverter power to feed a receptacle. So I got options, pick one or the other. And then I thought, okay, so I know for sure somebody's going to be up at the cabin and they're not going to know which one is on, whether it's going to be the generator or the inverter. And they'll just plug something in, like something that you shouldn't plug in for a long time, and just wear down my battery, right? So I thought, okay, so I got to put a light on this. So I'm going to energize that socket so that this light will come on every time it's energized. So if the generator's not running and you see the light on, you know it's on inverter power. So that's what I've done today. And I found it quite difficult when I bought this. This is made in China, and I'll show you a little bit of a clip here. Now they're saying it's 110 to 220 volt. That's fine. But when they start talking about red positive and black negative, I have no idea what they're talking about, because you know, that's like 12 volt circuitry. It's not AC. This is an AC unit. So yeah, you have to figure it out on your own, and I just reconfigured it to make sure it matches North American standards, and we're going with it. Let's go over to the bench. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's just give you a better understanding of what's going on today. Here's the electrical receptacle. It's going to look like just duplicate of what I have up at my cabin. And I attached two little connectors on the end, just the so that it'll attach to, I'll just take this off. You see where the faceplate is? I'll take this off, and the hot will go on this side, and the neutral will go on this side. So this particular unit here, it is a 120 volt, and so the red light will come on. There's two colors here, red and yellow. So the red light will come on because the red is actually your hot and the black is your neutral. So if you want the yellow, well, you would just substitute the red and the yellow. So I'm going to cut the yellow out like I did with the other one and just use the red is the hot and the black is the neutral. So as you can see here, I attached my own wires to it because this I don't know, this offshore wiring that they use in their country, well, it doesn't match in our country, right? So all this is, it's a little wooden block. I put some spacers underneath there because this is going to go on the front. So if you take a look here, it's going to be so easy to wire. All I have to do is just, if you take a look, I got everything in there, and I just used some hot glue from my hot glue gun, and I just put the wires in there, and I use my roto zip tool over here just to make a couple of slots, and then I put the glue in there. And so now I got my neutral on the left and I got my hot on the right, and this is going to go on the wall, and it's going to fit in there just above the faceplate, so I'll know that it's powered on all the time. And I mean, it doesn't get no easier than that, and that's just a nice easy project. And this is the whole idea of that box. So I'm going to have the gen set on this side and turn it over here to have the inverter power on. So when I got the inverter power on, the light's going to go on. And if I have the gen set power on and the generator is not running, well, you're not going to see no light on, and you'll know that this receptacle is not going to be powered. So the tools were quite easy to do. Just a drill bit to drill a hole. Like I say, the roto zip tool here just to cut the slot. And I'll show you this little tool here. This one here. Just a Forstner bit just to cut the slot in the back side here, so it'll countersink it, so you could actually fit this in through the back side and then tighten it up with the fastener on the back side. So this makes a whole big difference, and all I needed was a socket just to tighten it down with, and that's it. So let's, I'll bring it back, I'll hook the electrical wires up and we'll see. Now I did try the yellow and I didn't like it, and so I decided to go with the red because red's a little bit brighter, and I'll have it all hooked up here for you and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I got it wired up temporarily here, and I'll just show you. Now I think that's going to be bright enough. I mean, come on. I don't think you need anything more than that if you can't see that light. But I did tell you the yellow, man, it was hard to actually even see if it's on half the time. But that red, that's a lot better than the yellow. So I just got it jerry rigged up there a little bit on 120 volt. And that's going to be it right there. Well, thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe and see some interesting projects that I do. And I have a whole bunch of projects, on the go for this summer. And hopefully I can get them all done, including that one. I've got solar panels to set up. I've got so much stuff on the go. It's just incredible. So stay tuned to the channel and see some interesting things I guarantee you won't see anywhere else. Cheers.